And we're live. It's Friday night. It's time for the Fan Caste, episode 55. I'm your host, Brain Muffin the Lifting Nerd. And with me, all the way from down in not Texas. No, he is in Dallas. Right?
Yes.
TapAndDie.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker. I saw Tales from the Hood too.
Oh, why?
just to torture myself.
I'd rather watch Strip Club Massacre again.
Me too. I have that somewhere, I think. Somewhere, yeah. And that man chuckling in the background is not a Samoan or standing. It's Reality's Frank.
Baby.
Now TapAndDie should do that since he has Dion in his icon there.
You want me to try it? Oh, hang on.
Yeah,
baby.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages. We're back at it again. Because this
the
is
man
all
with
I
a
do
plan
on
and
Thursday.
the way too light tan.
the man with no plan and no original tan.
You're welcome, America.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Is a pig pussy pork?
Believe what you believe. If you believe it, you're gonna always believe it.
So is it considered blackface now that I have Dion as my icon?
Technically, yes. So you're going to jail.
Shit.
Wow.
It was bound to happen eventually.
Yeah, he's black enough to criticize when it came to the Tales in the Hood too. I think I've seen the original, the first one. When they were talking about it, it sounded very familiar. But it had been 20 years ago, and I don't know. Remember what I did yesterday?
Yeah, I think I might have rented it once, but obviously it didn't make an impression.
Yeah, but the way they described the second one, yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Oh Jesus, no. There are too many bad movies as it is. I can't watch them all.
Yeah. And then all the preachiness of it. That is not. There's no way that's Maggie and this is Maggie. That's no way. That's just too pushed up. Oh, she's Miss Vermont too. Wow, this gets interesting. Oh, you guys are just kind of sitting there waiting on me to pay attention, aren't you?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So let's get to to our title topic, or do you want to talk about something different?
I want to talk about Christmas decorating because it's not Halloween yet.
Yeah, well, you got people decorating already?
No.
In my store it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, the Halloween decorations have already showed up at some of the stores around here. I'm like, God damn it! Every
Mine
fucking
went on
year,
90% off already.
Christmas decorations. I meant, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
It's like you got all the Halloween shit on one side of the aisle. You go around the corner, and it's fucking Christmas. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
No wonder Tim Burton's so confused.
Yeah. It was it used to be a tradition. You might be old enough to remember, Frank, but it was like the day after Thanksgiving is when they would start playing Christmas carols and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
The start of the Christmas season. I mean, you had the fall, and so you had the pumpkin pies and all that crap, and then you got the Halloween, and then it kind of there was a little bit of a lull, and then we got to Thanksgiving for about a week, I guess, and then we kind of it was like we slowly got into the Christmas, but yeah, now you see, hey, it's August, we got Christmas decorations to sell, dang.
Yeah, fucking seriously.
Unless you're in a store that's Christmas all year round or something.
Mm-hmm. No, but you're right. It was always like up until Thanksgiving, it was just Halloween and Thanksgiving. You actually get to have those holidays. And then like immediately the next morning after Halloween, Christmas music, and you're thinking, all right, we're ready. But yeah, now it just keeps creeping up more and more every year like toe fungus.
Yeah, back when I used to listen to the radio, there was a local station that I think it was Star or something. I don't know. It was one of those stations that it was a religious station, then it was easy listening, and it was something else, and then it was like I don't know. It went all over the place, and then for a while it was it would have a mixture of religious, like say Christian music and regular, adult pop contemporary kind of thing. Nothing, not too much bubblegum, but not too heavy metal or anything like that. But it's basically just kind of your nice general songs, right? It's just kind of nice about humanity or love or whatever, and nothing preachy or anything. But they started, I don't know how many years ago, because again, I haven't really listened to radio that much in several years, but they started one year. I want to say it was the mid-October. I know it was before Thanksgiving, but I can't remember if it was like the day after, maybe in the 1st of November. Maybe it was 1st of November. 20 Christmas songs all day long.
Yeah, I would have rided.
Yeah, and it was like, so you'd get Bing Crosby's White Christmas, and you get the Chipmunks singing,
Yep.
And then you'd get
all
that
shit.
annoying kid singing, I want to, what is that? I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Oh, I fucking hate that song.
What the fuck?
Oh,
You've
I
never
hate
heard
all of
that?
it.
No.
I hate all of it.
Oh,
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus, and
yeah.
all I want
heard
for
that
Christmas is my 2 front teeth.
No, you're gonna have to find it because I can't share it. I mean, I can share it, but you won't hear it. But yeah, it's
I'll look it up later.
I want to hit. Maybe I can find it on my phone.
Just look it up on YouTube in your own time.
Yeah,
It's
well,
awful.
Yeah, it's just I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
like
so
a 9-year-old
fucking
kid
chirpy.
singing it too.
Will I
Yeah.
get diabetes from it?
Probably.
No, it's not that syrupy. It's just kind
You'll
of
get hepatitis.
stupid. Yeah, you might get Legionnaire's
There's
disease or
a
something.
24/7 music channel for all year that plays international music as well as ours
That we're talking
for Christmas.
about. For Christmas. Oh, jeez.
It's Christmas.
Yeah, the fucking 24/7 Christmas channel. All year
Oh my
round.
god,
Yeah. So
it's horrible.
here's where lyrics. Ready?
Yeah.
Like plays more than the 12 songs that we're used to.
Why do they gotta count? This is dumb. Come on, it's stolen content. You don't need to add all this crap. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. Don't want
No.
no dinky tinker toy. I want
Turn
a
it off.
hippopotamus.
Turn it off. No.
At least wait a minute. This has got this one shows that's not a kid, it's some woman singing.
It would be.
Is it, or is this a young lady? I always thought it was a boy, but maybe is it a girl that sings this song?
It's a woman trying to be like a boy like Bart Simpson.
Oh, 1953, Gayla Peavy, 1953, age 10. I was thinking a 9-year-old boy, but at that age, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Voice-wise.
Well, that's me. That's it. That's me for the show tonight. Good night.
No, come on, man.
Oh, Jesus, that was rough.
There was a song. Oh, is this the one I'm thinking of? Yeah, this better be the
God,
classic
that's-
one. Oh no,
Yeah.
this is the redo, because that's Matthew Broderick,
Oh, jeez.
isn't it?
Thought you were gonna
Yeah.
do the dubstep
I
version.
never saw the
No,
redo.
Jason Lee was in the movies.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
maybe it's original. I
It's
don't know.
terrible.
That fucktard.
Yeah.
Naming his kid Helicopter Inspector.
Do what?
Can you just let October finish before you listen?
That's part of what we're talking about.
Why then?
Because there's stores with Christmas crap out already.
Duh.
Can you hear my daughter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. The bane of my existence.
Tell her to get her ass outside and mow the lawn.
It's raining and it's like 43 degrees.
That's her problem.
That's what a coat is for. A raincoat is for.
Oh, you're trying to watch your show with headphones.
That's what she
Can't
gets
take
for-
noise for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So anyway, I found an article from Collider. I know that's
Ooh.
the ass cancer of the internet, but Kathleen Kennedy reportedly confirms the Boba Fett movie is dead. It's dead, I'll tell you. This is dated today by Adam Chipwood. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing because that's my thing on my channel, but it appears the Boba, and it's Boba, not Bubba, Boba Fett movie isn't happening after all. When it was first announced, blah, 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 blah. But basically, it's because the Mandalorian TV show or whatever it is they're going to do. So,
Oh, well.
This whole series is dead on arrival.
yeah, and it goes through talk about Solo only doing 339 million worldwide because they spent, like, I bet you the real budget to that's it's got to be $500 million, as much as they did. But the Mandalorian, so creator, yeah. So anyway, it goes on to talk about Jar Jar and blah 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 blah.
Bang, 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 diggy.
Ding it on, doom, doom, blue moon.
There you go.
We're gonna learn TapAndDie some seriously old songs. I mean, these are from the 50s, dude. So we weren't around for them. We were just laughing at our parents because they were listening to them.
I think we just found the secret topic of the night episode.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about this? The Boba Fett movie being this week it's been canceled, but when the TV show falters, who knows?
Well, I mean, I honestly didn't even think there was going to be a Boba Fett movie in the first place. I thought they were just sticking with this Mandalorian show. So I don't really see the point of them coming out with, oh, the Boba Fett film is dead.
Yeah, I never heard of the Boba. Yeah.
Now it reports that Kathleen Kennedy confirmed, and they show an eWeb, so it's Eric Weber tweet saying Kathleen Kennedy just confirmed to me. But this is just like her reinstatement for 3 more years. They didn't put out a press release. It just somehow got out into the press. Hey, it's been reported by whom? Anonymous sources say that Kathleen's trunk contract has been extended for 3 years.
It's Mickey. They have him locked up in the cell, and he's trying to get word out to save the company.
Well, what it looks to me like, I mean, The Last Jedi was a bit of a wake-up call, but the Solo box office bomb really seems to have shaken them up a little bit. Like, oh, well, maybe we got to do something. Maybe we ought to write a real movie as opposed to trying to rip everything else off.
Yeah.
So,
no, all snark aside. I mean, yeah, all snark aside, and I know I can get pretty bitter about the Star Wars subject. I mean, I've been watching Star Wars since I was a little kid. One of my earliest memories is going to see Return of the Jedi in the theaters. I was maybe like 3. But watching this movie all my life, I never thought Boba Fett was all that cool. He was just a guy who showed up. He was a minor inconvenience for a while, and then he was out of the way through his own incompetence. Or just bad luck or whatever it was, and he was out of the movie, and I didn't care because I wanted a lightsaber.
Right.
So
yeah,
the fact that I mean, obviously, I've written off this entire series. I've washed my hands of it completely. I won't watch any more of these movies, so I wasn't going to watch this regardless. But even if I were still on the boat, I don't think I would have been interested in this one.
No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And apparently Solo isn't that bad a movie. It's just that, it came out with the backlash of TLJ, and you got people. Well, it's one thing when the movies are bad and you have those involved with it saying, well, we have some difference of opinion, and we're taking it into account how the audience reacts and stuff like that. But when they're basically flat out saying, well, we don't give a crap what you think, and you're a racist, sexist, bigoted, homophobe moron if you don't like this movie. That's where the fans really start to realize, hey, we pay your salary, buddy. So ultimately, and I was half interested in this movie. When I saw Empire, I was about 12 years old or something like that. But Boba Fett had a mystique about him because he shows up in the holiday special. I shouldn't say Christmas special because it came out in November, I think.
Yeah,
and
I know that.
So it and yes, I remember, and yes, I did watch it on television, at least most of it. So there was some mystery about him, and then he shows up because that was part of the question too. Is he cloned? I mean, there was some, rumblings even back then exactly what he was. Because if you look at his suit really isn't that great. It's not like it's highly protective armor. It looks more like it might, he might be able to go into some, zero-G environment for short periods. Because compared to the Vader suit, it's just cloth, right? It doesn't look like it has anything. But it was significant in Empire Strikes Back, where he basically just Vader's a foot taller than he is, but it doesn't matter. It's like, he's no good to me dead. He's a bit snarky to Vader when he's getting solo, because he just cares about getting his bounty. And in '83, we thought he kind of died like a chump, and that was a little bit cheap. But that's why there was all kinds of, even very early on, that he may get out of that thing and kill the Sarlacc. So I don't know. That's why I said I was half interested in, but the way that they've been screwing up everything else, and the way what they've done to these various characters, and this need to emasculate every male in Star Wars, it just puts me off. It's like, Rogue One was an okay movie. It just couldn't decide what it wanted to be. Either be a heist movie or like a Dirty Dozen type, thing, but don't try to be both all at the same time. And as I've said on this show multiple times, I still want to see that original cut. I still want to see Garrett's movie. I want to see the other 45% that they replaced. Yeah, because I'm betting it was a lot better. It was probably scared. It scared the Disney execs. They're the ones that made them change it. So that tells me it was probably gritty and dark, and was actually pretty good. So anyway,
maybe you're right.
Maybe right. But yeah, I'm only half interested in, I like some of the people that are involved with the TV show. But again, if they create within the realm and they create good, that's fine. But if they're going to be, shackled all the time by identity politics, it's just not going to work. It's not going to work, man. I don't know. Somebody peeing?
No, I'm getting a glass of water.
Sure, not pouring yourself a nice drink. Some of that White Russian.
No. After last week, not for a while. Oh man, that was not a good day after that.
Yeah.
That freaking movie.
That movie was good.
Was it better than Tales from the Hood too?
According to Dion, it was, because he even mentioned Manos the Hands
of
Fate
yeah,
in his rant.
Yep, I noticed that.
I was like, hey, he got that in there. That's awesome.
Yeah. Not when Jeff was doing their live stream with all the guys that they were celebrating the Stealing Solo and Jeff's birthday, and I popped up in the group chat and he congratulated us on the watch party, so that was cool.
Yeah, cool. I must have missed that. I showed up on that video.
Yeah, you mentioned stealing Hicks still.
Yeah. Well, I think I said stealing Jeff at first.
Oh, you probably did. It's gone now.
Hicks. Yeah. It's gone.
Yeah, he took down the video.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Because he and I chatted with him about that on Saturday, why he's moving stuff. And part of it is the videos apparently, he says you get better views. He said the YouTube algorithm works better when you let a video sit. But I look at the mega large channels and they got stuff constantly. The ones that have 1 million subscribers or more, it's very few of them have 2 videos a week or anything like that. So I don't know. The YouTube algorithm, I don't know if anyone fully understands it. I know things that it doesn't like. It sure as frack doesn't like my beer reviews. I put a beer review. I did a Voodoo Ranger video. I don't know if anybody saw my Facebook post today. And then, I don't know, a day or so later, I put it on BitChute, which is, I'm starting to put more stuff on BitChute, which is a kind of a, it's a newer, they're trying to be more free speech and not so censory. Over 70 views on BitChute, 14 views on YouTube. So, because drinking alcohol,
to review apple juice, see how far that gets you.
You're right. Well, I do these stupid article reads, and some of them I get 50, 60 views in like a day. Now, I know that's not a lot, but, I've got fewer than 700 subscribers. So, I mean, that's That's for my videos these days. That's a lot. Now I've got videos with tens of thousands of views. So compared to some old stuff, it's crap. But it's when I went over 50% beer reviews is when I noticed a huge drop in views of any video. And so I've been putting out content to get. I've got it down to 44%. Are now beer reviews, but I want to get it down below 20 and see what kind of difference that makes. So, because I'll put out a stupid, review on protein bars and I'll get 30 views fairly quickly. So, and on some of those products, you type in the Aldi's protein review, and mine shows up first. There's only 3 of them. It's not like it, but hey.
Hey,
No,
that's something.
Yeah, just change the name of your beer reviews.
Hey,
Welcome
maybe
to
you should start
Brain-
reviewing cigarettes.
Yeah. Welcome to Brain Muffin's barley soda reviews.
It's just barley pop.
Barley soda.
Or
It's
soda.
vegan.
It's
It's
vegan.
good for you.
He's Vigo.
It's
It's
Vigo.
Vigo.
He's Vigo.
You're like the buzzing of flies to him.
Yes. So there you go, Kendo. That's for you. Yeah, I know I'm one of the people watching, but I don't know who else is watching. So well, the one of them went away. The only one viewing now. I'm the only one. It said 2 for a moment. So somebody came by and left.
I looked in for a minute just to see if there was anything going on in the chat.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a way to see that. But once I went live, I don't know how to see that. There's a I don't know. Do I click edit? There's a way to see the live control room. I think that's what I need. Chicken butt. Nope. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. No, yeah, it has the chat. And if we could do super chats, I think this is where it would show up. Now we do have premieres now available. So maybe next week I'll get started a little bit sooner and we'll do that. Why is the bit rate slower than recommended? Then make it faster.
I can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power.
Bit rate is 375 kbits per second. So there's no setting to make it go faster. So why warn me over and over and over that it's 720p stream if we were doing video, but we ain't doing video at the moment anyway. So that's how it goes. First you lose your money and then your clothes.
If only it could go one higher.
One what?
It goes
One
one
is
higher.
Oh,
Could be
Yes.
781p.
yeah. Well, one is the loneliest number.
Yes, but it's one higher than the others.
Yes, it is. Because I go to 11.
There you go.
I knew what you were talking about.
Well, you kind of left me hanging there.
Well, at first I didn't, and then I don't know, 2-3 seconds in. Oh yeah, I know he's just doing Spinal Tap again.
Jesus, dude.
He's so old.
Wake up, Grandpa. We're losing him. Oh, jeez. Grandpa's off his meds again.
I don't want to go.
Do you remember that Jim Crow, right, Brian?
That Jim was a friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said. But it's a mighty fine wine. See, that's another song you don't know, TapAndDie.
Yeah.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Yep.
Wait, what was it called?
I think it's Joy to the World, but it starts off, Jeremiah was a bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine. I'm being looked at by my wife.
Yeah.
I'm doing
Hey,
the radio show that we do every Friday. We're not recording. We're live on YouTube.
Hey, if she's giving you dirty looks for 3 Dog Night, you slap her right upside the head.
It's not even 9 o'clock. It's not time for the dogs yet. I just get to clean up the mess if the dogs poop in the house.
Poor those dogs. How many do you have again?
Too many.
Too
I have
many?
3.
Yep.
And I have too many children. You want one?
Fine. I could use a housemaid.
Yeah, they're Their housemate useless.
Yeah, I'll make them. I guarantee you that. I can make them. I know how to train people. And I got my grandma too, Mexican grandma. She'll get them how
there you
to
go.
clean and cook. She can train them hard like a drill sergeant.
Or she'll chase them around with a live chicken.
No, she'll chase them with the chancla. With a coat hanger.
Okay, that works too.
And I've felt the hanger. That shit hurts. I still have flashbacks.
This just took a dark turn.
Yeah, let's talk about something positive.
Just took a dark turn. He had something he wanted to bring up last week that we didn't. So what you got?
Oh
yeah, that. Hang on one second. Yeah, that article. It was an article from Sci-Fi, and I know a few people have done a few videos on it. It's called
Fake News.
"The Troubling Relationship Between Anime and Fascism." Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go.
Now some SJW named Michelle Villanova. I don't know how to pronounce the name.
Not
but either way,
we'll call you Dion.
Okay. Dion. Anyway, so this chick, wrote an article apparently saying that I guess anime has just too much fascism in it. Because she was watching some anime. I don't know if that's the name or not. Either way, apparently she had a problem with their uniforms.
Attack on Titan, probably.
No, it wasn't Attack on Titan. It was another one.
What's the other one where they have like a Starfleet and stuff and everything looks like it's an SS uniform?
That's a whole bunch of animes right there. You just
pretty
much
a lot of them do that.
Yeah. Well, let me get into it. Well, because they have uniforms that I mean, yeah, you could say they're like SS, but like you could look at like a Russian Navy uniform. It looks almost the same.
Well, that's the problem with some of these people. Oh, there's a uniform, must be fascism. And it's like,
yeah, they got a problem with uniform.
You dork.
And then, but I guess they seem to forget at one time the Japanese and the Germans were friends. You know, back in that Second World War, best sequel ever, I say. Forget Terminator 2.
Well, let's not get carried away.
The what?
Let's not get carried away. That was a damn fine movie.
It was, but World War II was a better sequel.
The reviews weren't that great.
Which reviews? That depends on which side you're looking at. But anyway, back to the article. So she's got to stick up her ass. Because, you look at a lot of animes, especially the military ones. I mean, they got military uniforms. You know, there's one with a bunch of girls in tanks put together. Hey, you know what? Because there's this thing, guys. They like sometimes women. They like girls and they like military put together. Hey, there's nothing wrong with sex. Sex sells. What exactly? I don't know.
Everything.
Your
exactly.
soul. It sells your soul.
There's no such thing.
This bitch isn't going to be taking up arms anytime soon, I get. Like when their so-called revolution comes, she'll be sitting on the sidelines.
Yep, bitching.
But I think just some guy and Weaponized Nerd Rage and Yellow Flash, they did some videos covering it. And they went over it. But I think they were pretty good videos. And but they went over how Full Metal Alchemist, because one of the characters is called Führer King Bradley. It's because someone's title is Führer, it must be Germans because they must love Nazis. That's the answer. That's got to be it.
Yep.
Idiots. Dumbasses. And then there's nothing wrong with German culture. And then they mention about how they have blonde hair, blue eyes. But that's the thing in anime, whenever they show someone from either America or England or whatever, they always give them the blonde hair and the blue eyes. That's like a thing in anime. It's almost like a stereotype.
Well, blonde hair and blue eyes is such a rare anomaly in Japanese genetics that it's a good way of singling out the character. I mean, that's why all these characters have weird colored hair, is to make them not look all the same because, I hate to be the one to say it, but they all kind of look the same.
Exactly.
And I don't really hate saying that, but
but still, that just shows how dumb this journalist. I'm using quotes. You can't see them. is they just consider all those little things like, yeah, the Japanese, they do look alike, just like Caucasians look alike, and just like, hey, black people kind of look alike too. It's like they have these ethnicities to separate them. Who would have thought? But maybe I'm just crazy.
You're crazy. Ethnicity is just a social construct.
Yeah, there you go.
There's no biology involved. It's just fascism.
Fascistas.
Yeah, it's like the Antifa. They're the most fascist people out there. So,
I know, right? And they're making the real Nazis look bad.
Well, they're really good at being in brown shirts. I mean, that's the thing I can say. It's like, but you know, on the night of the long knives, that's when they were all done away with. Before you get repeated.
Yep.
Before you become it.
Become it or repeat it.
Histoire. Yes.
There you go. Your German coming out, your inner German coming out. They're late.
But you know, the thing that always, well, not the thing. Another thing that always pestered me, even back in the '80s, and people complaining about, you know, that kind of stuff, and I'm like, look who also goose steps. The Soviet soldiers also goose step. So don't tell me that, you know, the goose step is a fashion. And if you want to really get technical, and I've also brought this up, Italy was fascist, not Germany. So the Axis powers you had. That's
right.
Right. They were National Socialists. The fascists were actually in Italy. Interesting, since it's an Italian word, actually Latin. And Japan was they had an emperor. So
they're imperialists.
So that was the Axis powers.
Yay.
The socialized nationals, that was the Soviet Union, which was just communism by a different name. No, especially once you know, Stalin was in charge, and then it was true communism. Kill anybody that complained. Wait a minute, I got dogs whining at my feet. What's the matter?
They're probably fascists.
What's the matter, Toby? I got one dog hiding under my desk. I don't know what he's got. The other one is trying to get to him, and they're both whining. It's very annoying.
Kill
him. Yep. Like Old Yeller. Just like Old Yeller, how they did him. Maybe we should get Kellogg to shoot the dogs. That way she can grow up a little.
All right.
I'm not telling her that. She would not appreciate that.
All right. It's time
What's she going to do? Not talk to me?
Yep. Time for you to grow up and be a man. Go outside and shoot the dogs. Don't worry. After the first one, it gets easier.
I dare you to say that. Just randomly walk up to them one day and say that. I bet you won't do it. Don't be a bitch, late.
Just remember that the first part is important. It's time for you to grow up and be a man.
Y'all are just, you know, you don't have to live with it, so you can make fun because you ain't got to put up with the.
You don't have to live with her either, dude. It's your house.
I'll tell you what, Frank. One day we're gonna have to go to Lape's house and just cause all kinds of problems.
It's they're whining at each other. I let them out at 9:30, 9:45, not 9 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock over here.
8 o'clock. Oh, that's right.
I got 9:04 over here in the real time zone.
No, this is the real time zone.
No,
y'all
you're freaking
living in the future and shit.
Exactly. You're behind us.
Exactly.
Inferior history people.
Inferior.
Okay. So we're gonna do that debate though.
I've only seen one of those 3 movies, so there won't be much of a debate.
It'll just be me and Frank then.
All right.
Well, if friggin' LMP will get his thumb out of his ass and join the call, we can actually do this properly.
Yeah, well.
But again, he's abusing his ass and his borough.
What is he doing again tonight?
He just said he doesn't know he's going to be home on time.
Well, where was
He's
it?
got to meet his dealer.
It had to meet his caseworker? Is that what he had to do? Do you have to meet your caseworker?
His caseworker.
No,
I bet he has
accent is,
I bet at least one of his family members has a caseworker.
no, my accent is very bad.
Well, they have a caseworker for the whole house, so technically the entire family is covered.
Yeah. That's how the guys at the Mexican restaurant are teaching me Spanish talk.
The rice and the beans, you mean?
Yeah, the rice and the beans. So, amigo, do you know what you want to eat today?
Yeah, frijoles cucarachas.
Bueno. Oh, what the heck is a cockroach bean? I don't know if I want to know what that is. It'd be awfully small, wouldn't it?
I don't know. How's my accent?
The gringo sound good to me.
Not enough guacamole in there.
Not enough guacamole.
Guacamole.
Yeah. German accent in English is horrible.
All right, so
Phase
since we
of
can't,
not
Oh, sorry,
making
go
you
ahead.
talk at all, huh?
go ahead.
Gee, now they're I'm gonna get bit yet. Now they're starting to growl.
Shoot him.
Tell me what? No,
Told you. Be all over and so quick.
Nah. Anyway, so talk about something. So, what did we want to debate?
I thought, which one was worse, Shitbusters or Spider-Man: Homecoming?
Or Last Jedi. Because I was expecting LMP to be here when we did this.
And I picked
saw The Last
Spider-Man.
Jedi. That's the only one.
Oh, there you
see
go.
Yeah.
I didn't see home cooking, and I didn't see.
Home cooking.
Well, perfect. Then each of us can make our case, and our complete lack of listeners will decide.
You think LMP would be listening?
In the comments section, please tell us who you thought won the debate.
Yeah.
Remember those
Mash
days?
nothing to show us you're not there.
Remember those days?
Yeah.
Do you remember the time and the day? And
Do you remember? I don't remember how the rest of that song goes.
Good.
and YouTube. Right, straight.
One of those 100-year-old songs.
Okay.
All right. So, my take is going to be that it's Ghostbusters.
No, I got Ghostbusters. You got Last Jedi.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's right. We each have to debate why it's the worst. All right, someone go. I'm still making the thumbnail, so somebody go.
All right. I'll go first.
All right, then.
Ghostbusters 2016 was the fucking worst movie of these three anyway, and believe me, I still have seen worse. It was just minute after excruciating minute of non-jokes that fell flat and just kind of laid there and died. What little talent they managed to scrape together for the movie was wasted. The original actors were coerced into being in the movie by the assholes at Sony because they were under contract and could be up for litigation if they refused. And you could see it in their faces. They were all so unhappy to be there. They were literally just phoning it in, and nobody blamed them a bit. Dan Aykroyd tried because he's Dan Aykroyd, but that's all that could be said about those poor people. They didn't deserve to be dragged into that mess or paraded around because of their connection to the original movie. And all the men were portrayed as the most brainless, incompetent, inconsiderate, worthless human beings possible, just to make the female characters seem a little more competent by comparison. when none of them were damn good at anything, except Holtzman, who made the gear. And the only good thing I can say about the movie is that we actually saw them developing the technology, because in the original Ghostbusters, it was literally one scene to the next, and they have the full gear and everything works. And that was kind of disappointing, not seeing that kind of development. But really, everything else, the villain was completely pointless. His motivation was absolute bullshit. The movie went out of its way at every opportunity to insult the audience and rub it in our faces that they pushed this movie through when nobody wanted it to happen. So that is why Ghostbusters 2016 is the worst movie. And I feel dirty for having ever seen this movie at all, let alone 3 times.
What?
Well,
3 times?
I watched the original cut twice because much like The Force Awakens, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and I felt a need to analyze and somehow kind of justify it to myself. And then we watched the director's cut because, of course, I would. Manos is my favorite movie. I like to torture myself with this shit. But I think I found my limits that day. So.
Beautiful. Just beautiful.
Thank you. I need to cry now.
Get you a White Russian.
I might.
Okay. All right, then. I guess I'll go next, then.
You go next.
Okay.
Fuck it up.
Shut up. You're fucking me up now. Wait, hang on 1 second. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Hang on. Okay, so to start off, I'm not a big Spider-Man fan. Not that I have anything wrong with the character. I just was never into the comic books. But I did like the movies, and thanks to Jeff and Dion and them, I have a new appreciation of the films, because I did actually at one point just decide to watch part 2, and I realized it is a pretty good movie. So that being said, Homecoming, Spider-Man Coming, which it should be just called High School the Movie, is the worst movie of the 3, because of one of the main things is fucking Spider-Man is a little bitch who's all he wants to do is, I want to be an Avenger. I want to be an Avenger. When can you let me be an Avenger? Motherfucker, the real Spider-Man would be out there, right? Working his ass off to save people, because that's what he does. He saves people. He's a superhero. With great power comes great responsibility. That's what he does. He wasn't going around bitching about wanting to be an Avenger. His job was to save people, because that's what he wanted to do. And then you got all this other high school bullshit, about, this girl he likes. And then he's got this soy boy bully, Flash Thompson, which I could have kicked his ass. I could have kicked his ass. And then you got, the not Mary Jane, who's just like there, just to start shit, always trying to talk shit. And it's like, she was pointless, I thought. And then you had his stupid fat friend, which was like, I didn't like it either how he knew, Peter's secret. And it's just like, it was just pointless. It's like, just make stupid jokes, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't like the jokes. I thought they were dumb. And they put some SJW stuff in there too. Like, especially when they're at I think it was the Washington Monument they were at. But then it's just him. But back to Peter, it's just him being a whiny bitch about, he's got once a bender, and then this whole thing with Tony Stark being like I guess like a father figure for him all of a sudden, and it's like, it just doesn't feel right. And the only redeeming quality I ever have for this movie is Michael Keaton. He was pretty much the only thing I like about the movie, and I think that was the only thing that was good about the movie. I like that he had this motivation he was going to, have this big plans for this business, and then, Tony Stark comes in and takes over it, and, he lost his business, and because, it was making money, it was opportunity. He tried to take it, but it was just taken from him. and whatever. So I did like his dynamic of him just trying to, and he would start off as, oh, I'm gonna, make a business, start making some money, support my family, and then all that. So that's what I can say was good about the film. That's only it. But everything else, it's like, who cares? The suit, I thought it was stupid. It had its own AI and all that, and it had all the different like weapons or whatever. And, like I said, the jokes were just forced. Like a lot of I'm thinking, I'm starting to believe it with the Marvel films too now. It's starting to get to me. I'm just tired of all the jokes. And then there's the fact that the whole race swapping thing, it's like, ugh. Like, because it's like Jeff says, it's a comic book. Maybe if it was a book, it'd be a different story, but it is a comic book. It's a visual, medium. You see the characters have been white all this time, but then it's like, oh, we're going to switch it for diversity's sake. So that's what I got to say about Spider-Man or High School, the movie.
I agree with Jeff.
Hey, there you go.
All right.
But I'm Dion.
I know. I agree with Jeff.
I agree. All right. My turn?
Sure.
Your turn.
All right. So you have a director in The Last Jedi who trolls the internet, finding out what are all the various fan theories, and decides I have to bust up expectations at all points. He starts with a vision of making sure that half the audience loves the movie and half the audience hates the movie, or 45% of each, and 5% of people, 10% of people don't know what they're doing. So he goes out of his way in every scene to set something up just to say, nope, gotcha again. And it's over and over and over again. It's, I got busted your expectations. He also has to put in a sidebar story about how capitalism is bad and evil profiteering on the war is bad and slavery is bad. Like we didn't already know that. And even within, so he writes a movie that's not consistent with the universe that it's contained in. He is not consistent even within the movie itself. There are multiple contradictions, sometimes in the very next scene with various characters. We are never given any motivation or reason to care about any of them. That just the simple fact that they exist is all we should really care about. He took everything that Jar Jar set up for him and refused to answer any of it or just tossed it away. So we got rid of the villain. We just said, oh yeah, Rey's parents were just nobody, drunkards. This whole notion that every Jedi is a Skywalker it's BS. We had that in the preview, in the prequels, we had thousands of Jedi that weren't Skywalker. It's just that this story is the overarching story is about the Skywalker family. Try to do something about the founding of Rome and not mention, Julius Caesar or Mark Antony. It's a little tough. And so the whole point of the movie is a middle finger to the fans and a big gotcha to everybody of, hey, look how sneaky and clever I can be, and there's nothing you can do about it. And that's why The Last Jedi is just a convoluted mishmash of ideas thrown together, put in a blender. It's like a 9th grade English assignment, high school English assignment to write a movie, first draft, no corrections, no continuity, all on purpose, so that at the end of the movie, they're worse off than at the start. They've gone around the board and they're back at go and they have lost all their money. And that's why it's worse than the other two.
Calculating in my head.
Well, I disagree with both of you.
I disagree.
Well, let me make my argument since I went first. Anyway, TapAndDie, Spider-Man Homecoming was better than Shitbusters because when Spidey was away from Tony Stark and Ned and the SJW kids of Benetton, when he was just by himself doing Spider-Man stuff, he was awesome.
International colors of Benetton.
That too. But yeah, when Spider-Man was doing Spider-Man stuff, he was great. those were really the best parts of the whole movie. When he was friggin' flipping through that whole ship trying to hold it together. That was fucking awesome. So,
I disagree.
Well, you're wrong, but that's okay. And The Last Jedi was still better than Ghostbusters because that movie at least made some people happy. It doesn't matter whether or not those people were fundamentally wrong about every aspect of their lives. They were entertained by that movie. Nobody was entertained by Girlbusters.
I had
And
people on my
it's shot
Facebook that were saying that. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's shot straight to the $5 bin at Walmart, and there it sits. Because nobody wants that movie. They made such a fuss over it before it came out, and then it hit, and it landed hard, and then they talked about it for about a week afterwards, and then it just disappeared.
LMP was briefly in the chat, but I guess he's gone now. No, there were people in my Facebook feed that saw Ghostbusters and were like, "Oh, this is so empowering to women. I encourage everyone with a daughter to go see it." But I will say this, as bad as the Star Wars toys have sold and as badly as, you know, those things have gone, at least they were not discounted half off before the movie came out. So I remember one of the episodes that someone had reported that, and I remember reading about it, where all of the classic Ghostbusters stuff was on sale or on full price, and all the new stuff was 50% off.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
It was like a Target or something where the computer said, "Hey, this stuff's not selling. You know, put it on sale." Before the movie.
Oh yeah.
Before the movie, yeah. So,
however, that toy line brought more attention to really good figures of the original Ghostbusters, which I bought around that time, and I still have them, and they're still awesome because they are so movie realistic. It's great for that price range and that scale. So if it hadn't been for Girlbusters, I wouldn't have that set of toys.
So there is a silver lining in there.
Yep.
So
wait a minute.
So
did I just offend my movie?
Well, you know, so can we discuss things now? He's trying to join Hangouts on mobile.
Oh, great.
I will say this, that the you know, at least The Last Jedi had a script, whereas they were just winging it for the Ghostbusters, which was dumb.
Yep.
So anyway, so we're done with the debate.
So can I rebuttal?
Oh, you may rebuttal. You do whatever you want, man.
You may rebut stuff.
You don't. Anyway, okay. So first to Shitbusters. So I think it was because everyone knew this movie was gonna suck either way. Shitbusters. There was no doubt in anyone's mind it was gonna suck.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, however, they had a chance to do it right. You know, because, you know, Marvel was buying it. Yes, Sony had its sticky little fingers in it, but there was a chance it could be really good. You know, something to get behind. There was a chance.
There was never
there was a chance for Spider-Man to be good. That's what I'm talking about. Shitbusters was never gonna be good either way. We already knew it was gonna suck because of what was happening before. You know, and then there was the email hacks. The way people were talking about it and the whole girl power. Like, I think, did you ever see that picture they took of the cast members with all the women that worked on the movie?
Yep.
Yeah, that having people, it right out the gate, it was already going to be a shit show. But
so
this was a chance for Spider-Man.
Was worse.
Yeah, I think you just said that. Sony was banning people on YouTube and they were deleting comments before the movie came out.
So you're defending my post, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Senator, I concede your point.
But okay, now let me go to Star Wars. It's almost the same story. there was a chance for Spider-Man to be good, but I think deep down in everyone's heart, people knew that The Last Jedi wasn't going to be good either because of the shit show that's known as The Force Awakens or The Farce Awakens to some people. That's what it was. These movies were already set up to fail. But Spider-Man had a chance, and I'm going to keep emphasizing that point. It had a chance to be good. It had a chance to draw people in. But no, it was meh to a lot of people. Heck, I don't ever plan on watching Spider-Man Homecoming ever again. There, my rebuttal. I don't.
Hey, LMP, if you're still listening, put your email address in the chat, and I'll see if I can email you a link, or if you can read it on your phone.
Ooh.
Yeah.
LMP's email address.
Well, I have to
send him
invite
all
people
kinds
by
of stuff.
email.
I'm gonna send him all kinds of hentai because that's what he likes.
Yeah, but if you want to go strictly by sales, which is always kind of a feeble argument, but we're there. Spider-Man: Homecoming and Last Jedi are still on the DVD shelves at the store at full price. Where's Ghostbusters? It's in the discount bin, buried under copies of All Dogs Go to Heaven and Freddy Got Fingered.
Don't talk bad about All Dogs Go to Heaven.
The movie sucked, dude. Okay.
No, it
Let's be
did
honest.
not.
Yeah, it fucking
It did
sucked.
not. No, it didn't.
Sucked. It sucked.
You don't have to like it or be your favorite, but it didn't fucking suck. Now there's really going to be a fight.
It pretty much fucking sucked, dude.
Give me your address. I'm on my way over there right now.
Yeah, bring it. Don Bluth is a piece of shit.
Hey.
He had a couple of good movies way back in the early days, and then he just fucking went insane. And next season, you turn around, and all of a sudden, there's Troll in Central Park.
Okay, I didn't watch. I would never plan on watching that shit. Even I knew it was stupid from just watching the trailer as a kid.
I'm just saying, this is a thing that happened. So fuck Don Bluth.
I have nothing to say against that.
Exactly.
I think my kids watched that movie. I don't know if I. It's
what? You let them watch that trash? I remember watching the trailer as a kid, and even as a kid, I had these weird rapey vibes from that movie. I don't know why, but I don't ever plan on watching that piece of shit. Troll and whatever it was called.
You know what else you're never gonna watch? Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Because my movie's the worst.
Yeah.
Nate, do you want to chime in all here?
Yeah, you might be right.
I am right.
It depends on how you measure it, but yeah, it was a convoluted mess that was just trying to reboot with women, and that was the whole gathering. Although it had the ghosts, at least in the preview and the trailer. What was that horrible Eddie Murphy haunted mansion? You know, the ghosts looked like a haunted mansion.
Oh yeah,
I saw that in theaters.
Oh,
it
really?
Sucked.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
that was when Eddie was really starting that slide. He was really picking up steam by then.
Those were Disney's other attempts at making movies out of their rides. Yeah. You might also recall Tower of Terror.
Yeah. Let's do Clumps 6. That'll bring them into the theaters.
Let's all gather up for this year's latest installment of Medea's big fat fucking piece of shit. Sorry, that was off topic. Yeah.
I will say this: Pirates of the Caribbean was surprisingly good. The first one.
I saw posted today that Johnny Depp will no longer be playing Captain Jack Sparrow, and now the fans want a woman to play the character.
Oh, jeez. Right. Which 6 fans want that?
Yeah. What's she going to be, Captain Jacqueline Sparrow?
I mean, the 4th one was garbage.
It'll be his illegitimate daughter or something.
5th one, and I've watched part of the 4th one, but I couldn't get very far into it. I actually watched the 5th one not too long ago, and they end it with a nice cliffhanger with Will Tanner waking up, but so they're not going to resolve that, obviously, and but the first one was good. The second 2 weren't too bad, but it was starting to get a little full of itself. and then the fourth one was completely full of itself because the formula was the three of them, right? It's not just Jack Sparrow; it's his contention with what's the chick's name?
Will and Elizabeth.
And Will.
Yeah.
I mean that dynamic is what drove the movie, and then you have her former fiance, the
died.
Commodore.
Yeah, I mean, I know he sacrifices himself. He kind of redeemed himself, but yeah, was he Commodore? But
Norrington, wasn't it?
Norrington, yeah,
Yeah.
Norrington,
Norrington.
Captain Norrington. But
I can't believe I pulled that out.
That was good, and then after that, it was. But yeah, the whole thing was with that dynamic was lost with the four. They tried to have replacement, discount Will Scarlet, discount Elizabeth, and it didn't work. And so they kind of brought
Scarlet was Robin Hood.
Yeah. Will Scarlet, yeah. Will Scarlet. Sorry. Now I got all three dogs breathing their nasty breath on me. Is it? It's not time yet.
It's 9:30.
I'm on the air. They're not gonna talk for 10 to 15 minutes while I let the dog go in the rain. These two can barely talk for 2 minutes without me prodding them.
Geez, mom and dad are fighting again.
It's not.
I don't know about mommy. That is old man and his young daughter.
Yeah.
Very old man.
TapAndDie knows Callus. Hey, LMP got on.
Yay.
About frickin' time.
Say something.
I thought I saw some sombreros coming from the distance.
Oh.
Yeah, you missed the debate. I won.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Apparently, the quality on the phone is shit. I thought it would be much better than this.
You sound okay to me.
Now he's muted.
Anyway. Oh, what the hell?
Hold on, let me try something.
Is he back?
That sounds much better.
Yeah.
Much better?
Yeah.
I thought you said
great.
before.
And now,
now you're breaking up.
Finally. Yeah. So what was this debate about, and who
Podemos escucharte.
can hear me?
How was that?
Yeah, that was pretty good actually.
All right. I had to look that up on Google Translate.
Not bad. That's
We
much
let
better than
Frank
some-
win. That's what happened.
Oh,
We
yeah,
allowed
let me win. I fucking owned your ass.
I caught it late. I caught this late.
Spank
So
me
what
harder,
was the
Daddy.
debate, and who had what position?
We were arguing which
I
is
was
worse.
over Unger and he was underdone.
Oh, hey.
And how many get that reference?
Nope.
Striker. What?
All right.
Nope.
Was that over Macho Grande? I'll never be
I-
over Macho Grande.
I'm up here late.
It's airplane. Huh?
All right, so seriously, so what was the debate about? Like I was like just caught it, and then I was trying to join you guys, and during the whole time I couldn't.
Why don't
for
you
some
guys
reason.
catch him up? And I will
Go ahead,
let
Frank.
the dogs out.
Winner, since you're the
Okay.
winner
So
and
talk
all.
for 10 minutes.
I am the winner. All right,
That's what
so
I
we were
said.
debating which is worse, Ghostbusters 2016, The Last Jedi, or Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Ghostbusters easy.
Thank you.
Ugh. That's okay.
Poor
Hey,
Tappan-
I had a job and I did it. I can
Yeah,
only
you
say
did.
that. I
You
completed
did the
it.
job.
That's all I
Okay,
can say.
see,
Yeah.
here's the thing. The thing was that Frank automatically would have won, and
Yeah.
I did hear something in the end about the DVD sales, and while that is partially true, I think the main reason why he would have won is because out of all of those, right, only that movie had no semblance of hope. There was no hope that there was a good movie anywhere in there.
Mhm.
It didn't matter how much Chris Hemsworth was in that movie. It was not enough to salvage it. You can just sense the feminism in that movie. Bill Murray playing the pseudo MRA atheist plus guy that gets killed off. Gee, I wonder who
Yep.
made that decision.
Yep.
And every man literally in that movie was either an asshole or a retard. And
Thank you.
whamming my privilege and punching the ghost in the dick. Like, you could tell this movie. Okay, so for the people that probably don't know what feminism is because they still live under this woke environment that we have, basically that whole movie was a feminist porn. Like, there was no way you could tell me that was a Ghostbusters movie. All that really was four Oh, well, okay. See, to be fair, I would want to fuck Kristen Wiig. I don't know why, but there's something about her that I find appealing. But
Yeah.
I can't forgive. I can't forgive the lesbian. I can't forgive the gorillas in the mist, and I definitely can't forgive the horrible stand-in that is not even Stay Puft Mark's woman. Melissa McCarthy is literally the reason why that whole movie should never be seen in the light of day. It should be banned. You know how they have all these movies out there that are banned for obscenity? This movie should join. This movie should join Salo. What is it? 120 Days of Sodom or something like that.
Yes, I have that movie because of course I do. That movie is so fucked up.
Yeah, a Serbian film and a bunch of other movies that are really fucked up there. This movie should join those categories. For just how obscenely retarded it is. It makes the Special Olympics look like the Olympics. Now, I'll say this much. While The Last Jedi is also another eyesore, and there's so many things wrong with The Last Jedi, and let's face it, 15 minutes in, I watched Luke Skywalker drink cum from, I don't know what the hell that is.
There we go again with the cum.
Because that's what it is. You
20
tell
minutes
me,
without saying cum.
You tell me, first of all, I want people to be real with me. You tell me that wasn't a metaphor for cum.
It was a metaphor for sucking on Disney's teat.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, but you notice how he was spraying it out of it, like, and that thing was right between its legs, and you saw how that thing was just like, oh yeah, milk me, Luke.
I'm glad I didn't see this movie.
and then Luke was like, yummy, and even Ray was just looking at him like, okay, like I gotta step out of this movie. No shit, Davy Ridley. You probably might be attractive when you're dead, for all we know. Yes, for people who have watched that movie and made the remark about how she actually does the best acting as a corpse, I heavily agree.
Yeah.
At least the semblance of hope that is The Last Jedi is that the movie has an ending. That's and that you can't wait for it to end, so you can fucking hate Ryan for the rest of your life. And the other semblance of hope that movie has is that we finally got to see Luke Skywalker. Granted, it wasn't the Luke Skywalker that we wanted, but it was Luke Skywalker. At least it wasn't okay. So it was a bastardization of Luke Skywalker, but it was still Luke. And maybe I could bite that maybe he did become jaded. Maybe something really spooked him. And I'll bite. At least that was like maybe a shred of light that there was some hope in his movie. Now, what was the last one? Spider-Man: Homecoming?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Spider-Man. I know this the main show one time they called it Peter and His Amazing Brown Friends, and I'm gonna stick to that. And Flash Thompson. First of all, what kind of Hindu cuck has a last name like Thompson?
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Yeah, like his name is Flash Thompson, and yet he is straight up the most Hindi-looking guy out there. I was expecting to call him Kumar half the time. I'm like, yo, Kumar, when you want to go to White Castle, you faggot?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I said a word I shouldn't have said on the air. Oh fuck it, I don't care. Nobody listens to this thing.
What, Kumar?
Yeah. It's like,
he just happens to listen to this one.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the other thing is, at least you had Liz Allen in that thing, and she wasn't, bad for the role that she played. Yeah, she was a different skin tone. And you know what? Yeah, she's not an ugly chick.
She is ugly.
Yeah, she was.
No, she's ugly. No, she's ugly. Honestly, it's all about them Japanese girls.
Honestly, the first time I saw the movie, I honestly thought she was married to MJ at first when she first appeared.
Yeah, you thought that too, right? Like, oh wow, okay, so maybe this MJ isn't so bad. And then we got the reveal that it wasn't her. It was the pseudo dark skinned emo bitch.
No, I'd already seen her in the movie first.
And then I was like, oh,
and then Liz Allen came in and like, oh, MJ dressed herself up for this shot. Oh no, wait, that's not her, but she's still ugly.
Yep. Anyways, the point is, Michael Keaton saved that movie.
Yes.
Yes, he did. Michael Keaton saves anything. I'd watch Multiplicity because Michael Keaton's in it.
Michael Keaton saved that whole movie. Luke Skywalker, yes, while it wasn't the Luke Skywalker that we all know and love, at least Mark Hamill gave a shit to give us a decent performance. And same thing with Carrie Fisher. So at
Yes.
least
The
that
truck
movie,
stopper.
Last Jedi, has some redeeming quality. But you know what doesn't have redeeming quality? Because it has no heart, no soul, just four women, and maybe three of their vaginas have not been used properly yet. God knows one hasn't because she's a lesbo.
Oh God!
The View.
Why do you say such things?
Why? Because that movie pisses me off. I remember wanting to walk out of that movie twice and actually having to step out and having to compose myself because I was there with my nephews and my brother watching. We're like, why are you overreacting? I'm like, because this is garbage. Watch the original Ghostbusters and understand why this movie should not have ever been made. I hope this movie, I never ever felt like any type of. Actually, I'm lying. I always feel hatred towards humanity, but I've never felt it to the extent that I actually actively wanted someone to die when I actually said that I wish they would die. Paul freaking faggot could go eat one. You ruined what fans have been waiting for years. We've been waiting for a Ghostbusters 3. I remember still being a kid and enjoying, always liking the idea of the Ghostbusters, always grabbing the vacuum cleaner or whatever I could find and pretending sometimes that when I was at nighttime and I was walking along dark hallway to the bathroom or whatever as a kid, that there were ghosts there. But the Ghostbusters always taught me to be brave and, maybe you get a vacuum cleaner or something, you can capture the ghosts. They could do no harm to you. This movie did not inspire any of those feelings in me. If anything, it did the exact opposite. It made me lose fucking faith in humanity. That there are people out there who get overpaid to be fat, slobbering, disgusting pieces of crap, namely called Melissa McCarthy and Leslie Jones. And that these overweight, and I was going to say overpaid, but overweight came out instead. Stand-ins for Harambe or Harambe's bride, if we will. Are the reason why we can't have nice things. So fuck that movie. I would honestly like to be the devil's advocate and argue why the other movies are colossal failures, but it's too easy. And Frank automatically had this one because there was almost no redeeming quality to Ghostbusters. And the few things about it that were good, like let's say Hemsworth just getting into the role and enjoying himself and having some fun with it, and I don't know, maybe a little bit of nostalgia just for a quick pop. We're not enough to save this movie. Spider-Man: Homecoming had plenty redeeming qualities. Hell, we even got hot Aunt May now as a meme. Like Jesus. Like Marissa Tomei still looking like the type of woman you would bang her in her 50s. Jesus.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yep.
Like I'd stop watching hentai for a hot hour if I could watch start fapping to her for a little bit.
Oh, don't lie.
Well, no,
there we go.
You'd be watching it on your phone.
What, Marissa Tomei?
Yeah.
You'd be watching hentai on your phone while banging Marissa Tomei.
Oh, if I could make that possibility happen, I would. I would be like, all right, while I'm banging you, I'm gonna watch some really fucked up hentai on my phone. I hope you don't mind. You will then understand why I'm the fucked up individual that I am, and I can never go back to leading a normal life. Oh well. I think I said
good?
so many
Calm down, man. Calm down.
I said so many offensive things. I don't think Leip is ever coming back.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well,
he was old anyway.
I guess it's safe to say Frank won, but you know what? It doesn't matter. That's up for the fans to decide. Be sure to comment.
Yeah.
But the show without
Who do you
any
think
fans.
Everybody mash one if I won.
Yep.
The only thing you guys had to offend at all tonight was me in the chat.
Yeah, not Dave Applegate wasn't here tonight. He's usually the one.
Yeah. Damn it, man. We lost our biggest fan.
We lost our Aussie or whatever they call him.
Nobody cares about the show anymore.
You know what we need? We need to have Leip try to jump the shark.
Oh, no. No, wait.
You know how much sharks cost?
Like a lot. You gotta rent them and then you gotta have someone bring the water.
It just has to look like a shark.
We don't have the budget for a fake shark.
Don't worry, I'll come up with something.
All right.
When you cut out a fin out of a cardboard.
Yeah.
But I swear, if you show up with another fucking shark pinata,
I was gonna get an inflatable shark, but
I
that
want a
was
shark
too.
pinata now. That would be so cool to have a shark pinata
Yeah.
instead of a donkey or
It's
something like that.
Oh, jeez.
it's
This
gonna
show has
be
gone off the rails.
it's gonna be Brian Lake versus
It
the
was never
shark
on.
True.
in Jaws. Wait, did they ever make a Jaws 6?
Probably.
Did they?
Okay.
No, wait. I
So
thought there was
let's
4,
go,
or was there 5?
the latest bites back.
Unless we're counting Sharknado movies.
Oh god, I can't watch those movies. They're so bad. It's like
Yeah.
I just can't.
Yeah, I wasn't even
Any of that-
going to try.
Yeah, anything produced by Sci-Fi with Harry Potter level CG, I can't watch it.
There was some good movies that they had at one point. I remember they had like this one zombie flick where they all went to prison and nobody survived to the end of the movie. Everybody died in it.
Mm.
And it was basically your typical like, you know, the one thing you gotta like about zombie movies is that they're fucked up. It's always about losing hope in the end. Like there's no semblance of survival, no sense of humanity in the end. So
Yeah.
this is basically one of those movies where the movie ends with really no survivors. There was a scene where I think the warden gets eaten by his own kid because the kid became a zombie. So yeah,
So basically, Lape's first marriage.
yeah, exactly. Oh man. So yeah, sci-fi definitely I agree. I don't know what the hell happened to it that it became like the worst. It's not even B movie quality. It's like
F.
like
Yeah, after they acquired Highlander and turned out the source, oh man, that one hurt. I used to love Highlander back in the 90s when it was on TV and everything. And then the movies
yeah,
just kept
watch that show too.
and it just kept getting worse and worse. I think Spoonie described it as like being the battered housewife of an abusive husband. I can't leave him. I love him.
He can change. He can change. I just made him mad. I didn't mean to make him mad. It's my fault.
Yeah. It's like I keep
Speaking
coming
of-
back and
Speaking of
go
battered husbands and battered wives or whatever that shit, right? I gotta send you guys this video. There was one time a video dubbed the world's worst 911 operator, and what happened was that the girl calls 911, right, and says that she got beat up by her boyfriend, and you could tell the operator's like some Caribbean lady, Jamaican or Haitian or something like that with the accent.
Yeah.
And what happens is that she tells her, "Oh, I got beat up with my boyfriend." And then the operator is like, something along the lines is like, "Well, did you forget to cook for him or something?" I gotta find it because you gotta listen to it, and it's so bad, it's funny, and it's, I think it was like part of a commercial or something.
We got to put that in the description so everybody can hear that. Yeah.
Oh man, I'll see if I find it and I'll send it to you guys and later.
Yeah, so everybody can watch it. Us.
Yeah, us, all of us.
Yep, the show by us for us.
Okay, you guys were 911 operators, right? And you'd have to be like the worst operator possible. What would you say do? Like, just as a hypothetical.
I would
No.
as soon as
No,
they
go
start
ahead,
killing
jump,
me,
it's
I'd be
fine.
just like, it would just be like, as soon as they start talking, I say, "Oh, okay, I'll just," and then just hang it up on pretend I hanged it up on accident, so I don't have to deal with that. That's it.
I'd listen for about 10 seconds. Dude, I stopped shitting for this. Goodbye.
Labe would probably give them an entire history of how the 911 system began all the way back in Egypt.
He'd start giving them workout advice so this wouldn't happen again.
It's like, can you put the killer on the line? I need to talk to him. Okay, see, the problem is you're holding the knife in the wrong direction. Whenever you hold the knife like that, you're actually not causing enough penetration to bleed out faster. What you're supposed to hold it is at a 90-degree angle,
Yep.
perpendicular to your body, and like he would probably be the one to give like he would probably be the one giving the serial killer advice on how to kill people more effectively.
And then recommending protein shakes to keep his wrist good and strong so he can stab more effectively.
Then he'll say, "Hey,
man.
check out my beer review when you're done killing these people."
Yeah. No, I'd probably give people voices. Like if somebody
Probably.
calls in, yeah, I think my wife's been stabbed. I'd be Dr. Phil. What you need to do is listen to your wife.
Oh,
Are
Where
you
is
being
Leif?
sensitive to how your wife feels about being stabbed right now?
We are terrible, terrible people.
Yeah,
there's
isn't it
worse.
great? Yeah, there's Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, see,
Oh
there you go.
God.
The woman
first
so
of all-
vile, her own kid moved out as
And committed
early as
suicide.
possible. Did they?
I thought
she?
she did, like an attempted suicide.
No, she just like publicly moved out because she couldn't stand being around Rosie O'Donnell anymore. She's like, "Fuck it, I'm out."
Well,
Did you-
maybe I'm
it's like
thinking of
Amy
Zack Snyder's
Schumer.
kid.
Oh God. Well, wasn't there a joke once made about how Zack Snyder's daughter should appear in the movie as a ghost or something?
No.
I could have sworn that joke was made one time on the main show.
No, they made a joke that Dion would fight like a Ghostbuster.
There we go. That's the one. God, he really hates Zack Snyder, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, with good reason.
He hates
Okay.
Tales from the Hood too. Worse.
Yep, he hates Rusty now.
Hey, you know what? I have not watched that movie, and I was trying to listen to the episode last night, and I completely I heard the hopelessness in their voices, and I completely just stopped watching the episode because I was like, all right, this movie sounds like a dumpster fire. It's like listening to Ghostbusters 2016. I don't want to. I was like, the robot. Okay, so listen to this. So what was it that the guy made a robot, and the robot was to go out and arrest black people, and so he
Yep.
told it stories from the hood,
Yep,
so that the robot would hate black people and arrest them.
I guess so.
I'm like, why didn't you just make it watch the news? Like it's the most, or drop them in an actual hood. Like that robot after like 5 minutes would be cleaning up the whole damn place. Like, God, it's like, who made this movie? Did like Spike Lee make this movie on the low or something? That like it has
He ghost directed it,
Yeah, he ghost directed it, and
just like
it sounded like something. Yeah. Well,
I will never watch this movie, but for Jeff to claim with so much sincerity that it's worse than The Last Jedi, it must be truly wretched.
again, it sounds like it's bordering Ghostbusters 2016 territory.
It sounds worse.
Again, I can't make that assessment, unfortunately, because I have not seen the movie, and because of what I've heard, I will definitely not watch the movie because it sounds horrible. And to me, the whole premise of the movie could easily be solved if you have this damn robot watch the freaking news.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, and instead of watching this, I would be watching the new Puppet Master movie. Yes, there is a new one. I was so excited, I giggled.
He giggled like a schoolgirl.
Oh my God, he's a new Puppet Master! I'm getting it.
Well, here's the thing: the Puppet Master movie is it going to be better than Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys?
It would have to be, just by the lack of Corey Feldman. Yes, he was in that. I rest my case.
Oh man, I still remember watching that movie and how there's actually a video on YouTube somewhere where it was like Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys, the best parts. And you want to know what that whole video comprised of?
4 seconds.
No scenes with the Puppet Master or the Demonic Toys.
Yep.
None.
Well, that's
Like-
because the puppet master was Corey Feldman, very poorly dressed up and made up like an old man.
Oh God! Now that I think about it, that makes a lot more sense now.
Uh-huh.
And the whole premise of the movie was about are you a virgin or not? And that just still kills me to this very day.
Mhm.
Yes, that is the premise. Like that's one of the plots, one of the plot points of the movie, that virgin blood is the most powerful blood out there, which is why they needed it to fuel the demonic toys or some shit like that. Same thing with the puppets for the puppet master, and you know what? I might as well just spoil the whole movie for you. The puppet master toys win. They're just overpowered compared to demonic toys.
Oh, of course.
Something
Yeah.
about the baby doll is really a pervert in disguise. But you know what? I didn't need to. But I never needed to watch demonic toys to kind of get that vibe from that baby doll. So, God, that movie was awful.
Yeah, that was one of those movies so bad even I could only watch it once.
Damn.
At least Miles had a hot chick, even though she really rated low on the hot scale. Like probably a 2. We're talking about the wife.
Yeah. Plus, the Puppet Master series has Greg Sestero.
Plus, the Puppet Master series, from what I understand, also has good kills.
It has great kills.
Exactly.
I mean, for Full Moon's budget, they turn out some really impressive stuff. I mean, most of it's very clearly dated from the 90s, but it still holds up for what it is. It's still an entertaining movie. It's still got, good suspense and good gore and decent acting. Not great. Some of them are really good.
And again, the designs of the puppets are actually pretty cool. Pretty cool too.
Yeah, the puppets are awesome. It's fun watching them run around and kill shit. I wish there were figures. I mean, there were figures, but good luck finding them now.
Oh yeah. You probably asked out at this point. Having to pay in the
have
triple
figures
or
of-
quadruple digits.
Oh yeah, and they didn't have figures of all the puppets either, just like a handful of them. So it's like, what's the point? We should have a whole fucking set of these things.
Well, the beauty of entertainment nowadays, is that it's mostly merchandising now. If it was, it was before, but now it's like everything is merchandising. It doesn't even need to be good, but at least it brings out merchandise for classic products. That's probably the one thing I did like. I'm not gonna say that I did like about Ghostbusters 2016 at all as a movie, but the fact that it did kind of bring back a need for the Ghostbusters, that we did see some classical Ghostbusters merchandise reemerge. Granted, they were re-releases of old merchandise, but at least it was, callbacks to the classics. For example, like the Hot Wheels cars, the class, some of the collectible figures and such of the original Ghostbusters. Little things like that really do go a long way. So that was one thing that we really got to appreciate. So for all we know, the Puppet Master movie coming out now, as long as it has enough of a following, you're probably going to see more merchandise be released now for it. So like more figures, more
I
artworks or
hope
whatever.
so. I hope so. That was such an underrated series, and it was so much fun. We used to rent those from the video store when I was a kid.
Yeah, you want to talk about and looking back on it, probably because I was a kid and Chucky became the it toy that to be afraid of type of thing, the it monster toy, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The reality is the puppets from Puppet Master actually are far more unsettling, because at least with Chucky, there's a semblance of him, just you could chalk him up to just being a super midget or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But these were like really uncanny to the level like it's literally watching your toy. Think of it as a homicidal Toy Story.
Yeah, well, it's like Sid's room in the first Toy Story where he made all the fucking mutated toys. It's like that. They have like they're so grotesque, and the creepiest part is they didn't talk.
Nah,
that's what
they're
really
cannibals.
made them creepy. Well, no, they're not cannibals. They don't eat other dolls, but
I was just kidding.
I mean,
Calm down,
yeah.
Frank. Calm down.
No, this is important,
calm
goddammit.
down.
No.
About to start a fight here.
That's right. They didn't talk though, did they? I just thought of
I
that. I
will
didn't even
punch you through my computer, goddammit.
do it.
And that's
Ow.
how Frank broke the
Ow!
screen.
Damn it! That hurt. Ass.
Oh wow, that's
Fuck.
But,
Am I bleeding?
but yeah, seriously, the fact that the puppets didn't speak, that's what really made them creepy.
yeah, because you
What the
never
hell is
really I don't know.
Who's scratching?
That's
Not
you.
me.
Wasn't me. I was muted. Let's just listening.
Oh,
Frank?
I might have been wiping some smudge off the screen. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were gonna say wiping your ass.
Well, I did that first.
What's the difference?
Using that sandpaper.
It's German toilet paper.
There we go
Well,
with the
those are pine
German and the
cones.
There
Nazi.
are specks of
First
wood
of all-
in here to make you tough.
First of all, there's nothing's been tough about Germany in the last 2 to 3 years.
I will do the German dance for you. It's fun and gay and tra-la-la. Hope you will enjoy my dance. Yay.
You guys
Nobody-
haven't been tough since the last World Cup, and I'm not talking about the recent one. I'm talking about the one before that.
Yeah,
When they
that was a good
won.
spanking right there.
Yeah, you know, I like how Germany went from the country that used to destroy brown people to the country that got destroyed by them.
Kellogg's thinks it's funny. She laughed.
That was a good one, LMP.
She laughed real hard. Your joke.
Oh,
Wait,
she
who
likes you now,
asked?
dude.
Wait, who laughed?
Kellogg.
Kellogg.
Oh, wow, Kellogg's, how you doing?
She can't hear you.
She's capable of laughter. I didn't know that.
Oh, she's capable of liking my jokes.
Yeah.
Only when she's crushing your soul. With her
She can't
feet.
crush my soul. All the
Too late.
other women have already done that.
Yeah.
At,
All right.
at most, what she could do is probably kick me in the gut. And being that it's a pretty fat gut, she wouldn't miss. So if she wants, she's welcome to try that.
All right.
No, don't actually ask her that. She already thinks we're weird as it is.
Can't imagine why.
I don't know.
That'd probably be the most action I'll see today. Oh man, laughter at my own expense. I have lived a good life.
It is the best of Madisons. Messinins.
I am waiting for the day that you all of a sudden start speaking the full German and in the voice of a call, rise to action, and see like Imperial marching behind you.
Oh no, we've got to get another copyright strike. Oh, you know what? LMP missed up when he missed our music interlude earlier. Me call it up.
No, please, no. No. Don't do it.
Huh?
Please don't do it.
Do it. Do it.
No. Don't do it. Please don't do it.
What?
Don't do it.
Oh. I don't
Okay,
wanna
that's
play
better.
the-
Late's gonna pound that tuna.
No.
Oh god.
No. Shut it off.
Listen, I don't want to sound suicidal or anything, but I have to break boxes in a little bit. Then listening to that, I can't be anywhere a box cutter now.
Forget
Oh.
that. I'm
Get
gonna
on
go
the plane.
punch. I'm gonna punch Lape in the dick now. You can join me doing that. We can take turns.
He was supposed to get his dick punched when the Stealing Solo made 50K.
Well, first
or
of
whatever.
all, I don't think I could be able to punch Lape in the dick. He's like so freakishly
Not
tall,
you.
and I'm so freakishly short.
Frank's gonna do it.
Well, you're right in that level, so it'll be easier for you.
Hey, I think we had this. I think we had this young lady as a As a whatchamacallit.
What do you call it?
The thing.
With a drill sailor.
We have a thing.
What?
We have a thing now.
Hall of Fame or BBC or whatever it was called at the time. I don't know. She's some Japanese chick. She looks like the one we used, but I can't tell because I don't. Let's see if Google can translate this for me. Speak it English.
Well, we can't go wrong with Japanese women ever.
Yeah, but I thought that was one of them we've used before.
Apparently, David Applegate was in the chat as of 6 minutes ago.
Oh.
Hmm.
Wasn't paying
That's
attention.
nice.
Yeah, one night he was there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Don Lemon, I think Ghostbusters worse than TLJ. Look at that. Breaking news. Sid arrested first. Yeah, we knew that. Hey, he's still here.
Wait, who's in chat?
David Applegate.
Oh, he is? It's just that I'm on mobile right now, so I can't use chat and mobile.
Yeah, it's
it's
tougher on mobile. And I'm stepping on my cord. Oh no. Yes,
right,
that was just a ploy that he was using. That was just a ploy Kendo was using to get people to put more money into 50K.
Oh, so he lied. False advertisement then, huh?
He said,
I bet you by
I'm
getting
not
that
really
refund.
going to do it. Because, I was like, yeah, you can try, but you will die. Yeah, but it was a very strange
that German
party.
suplex on them. Yeah,
it was very strange because we were doing stuff and we're kind of having a good time, and then all of a sudden they started live streaming, and it's like the four of them were over there, and they were by themselves in this room, and everybody was just kind of looking at them, and that's why I started live streaming until it got too jittery, and then I went over there. It's at Brisbane, Australia. So, yeah, but yeah, and then after that they brought out the beer pong, and things got kind of going from there. Although we just put water in it, we didn't put beer in it. So, and I almost beat Dion 101, but he beat me. So the channel was.
Or like in a wrestling match?
No. Although I wish Jeff would have live streamed that. He and Kendo did get into this. They were doing a and Kendo somehow he went up and came down on, and this was a hard floor. And I was like, what is he doing? It was pretty wild. They were mimicking some wrestlers. I don't know who they were.
All those boys.
But it was fun. It was entertaining. It was infotainment, as it were. Now the dogs are ground again. I don't know why. Why can't
Leip is remembering when he used to start the first wrestling league back in the Greco-Roman days.
Yeah, when we wrestled naked.
Oh, dear
we
Lord!
got all oiled up and wrestled naked, like real men.
That doesn't
Could
sound
you
hot
imagine
at all.
someone's dick like just touching your back when you start running? They get behind you. You're like,
oh God, I can't picture this.
Yeah.
Worse, what if
It
you're
was
doing
Lake's fault.
Never mind.
What? What were you
Well,
saying?
I don't know all the wrestling names and all that thing. So I was like, but yeah, it's gonna be more than just tickling your back.
Yeah, Undertaker, Godfather.
I got a question.
Geez.
Dirty Sanchez. Is that what you're
Hashtag
Hashtag Dirty Sanchez.
Okay, so what would Leip? Okay, so a question for you guys: what would Leip's wrestling name or wrestling gimmick be, and what would his finisher name be?
Oh shit.
He would be the next Irving R. Stein. He'd come out in full nerd gear and start lecturing the audience about like health and fitness and weight gain products. And his finisher would be the protein shake.
So basically, he would be himself.
I would like to see him dressed in, was it called, the lederhosen or whatever it is they wear?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Leather pants.
They have the little hat and everything.
Yes, that's Southern German. It's Bavarian.
Bavarian, Schussmarian, whichever one.
And
they're all Nazis.
and if was it 30 23 in me or whatever it is, my dad got his DNA stuff from Southern Germany. So.
Yeah, that surface really isn't all that accurate.
Yeah, it's like big general areas, but my niece had it done, and we got Norwegian came through, and it wasn't from her mother's side, and so my dad finally did it, and there's a whole mess of possible relatives and stuff, and like I told him, I said, you got to get your brothers to do it, the ones that are still alive, because their father was adopted, so they really don't know the birth family. You know, it would be interesting to try and find them. My cousin tried a few years ago. She thinks she tracked it down to some of his. This was probably good 10 plus years ago. Called one of them, and some old lady answered and said, "Oh," and she didn't want to talk to him. So,
well, I do have one question, Leif. How many
I only have
chicks?
one answer.
How many chicks did you bang in Germany when you were in there, in that country?
None.
Duh, of course, duh. It was men then. How many men did you bang in Germany?
That explains why there's no strong male figures in Germany. Leif wasn't there to impregnate all the females, so they basically had to second and third rate men. Leif, what the hell?
I was just a nerdy kid in high school. I mean, come on.
But you were like a foreigner, man. They didn't like your accent or anything like that. Your American accent.
No.
Everybody.
I mean, those that could put up with you. I mean, some are like, get out of our country. Why are you still here?
You said, bitch, my country owned your ass. That's what you should have said.
You know, the war's been over for 40 years. Why are you still here?
Well, Leif,
just in case.
Look at the bright side. Look at the bright side, Leif.
Always look on the bright side.
At least you're not getting schooled by a bunch of brown people.
There you go. On the lighter side.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
So David Applegate says Bierstein, I guess is my
your wrestling name?
Yeah. So I think Stein is EIN though. And the finished the broken bottle.
Broken bottle. How about the lanus?
The lanus.
Lanus crush.
Why does it keep going down? I keep upping my input volume and it keeps going down all on its own. Stop it.
I mean, he could be, yeah, his name could be the Lanus, and his finisher could be the anal drop.
Yeah.
His finisher is the unwatched.
What's his theme music then? When he comes out, what would that be?
Oh my god, that's a good question.
Just some Irish drinking song.
So basically, Irish people arguing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just comes out, gets drunk, and starts headbutting at people.
Yeah. Well, that's my dad's mother's side of the family, Scotch Irish. So the unwatched. So anyway, guys, got any other topics you want, or are we just going to chat for the next however minute?
I could talk about stealing Hicks.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't talked about that yet?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that, man.
Okay. All right. So this is just a parody of a parody. It's nothing official. I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes or try to steal anything. I'm just doing it as a joke, mostly for us here in the Fan Caste. But I did put it on the site where anyone could check it out. The site's called Wattpad. I think that's how it's spelled, like what you call it. It's a site where people do fan fiction, all that shit. I found that. And so I put the story on. It's called Stealing Hicks, a bullshitter's parody of a parody. And it stars, of course, the bullshitters. But the main characters are Brian, Leip, Liquid Metal Pro, Reality's Frank, and TapAndDie. They decide one day they're fed up with the live stream of the bullshitters, so they decide to kidnap them and force them to relive the old episodes.
Well, there is no Kendo then.
Well, we make Ken be dang.
We still get Kendo because, later on he comes on, but, he was on there before the live show started. So we can still kidnap Kendo, but we put him off to the side for later.
No, we'll make him act out Dan, Phil, and everybody else.
I was gonna say we can make him act out Dustin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Something going on. Ambulance passing by my house.
Come on, Dustin. Make references to rabbits.
Okay, so I did. Yeah. So you saw the first chapter. I assume you all read it now at this point.
Yeah.
What did you think? Give us your opinions, everyone.
It was short. There were many typos and spelling errors, but otherwise it was as promised.
There were not that many typos. Kiss my ass.
It's no My Immortal, but it'll do.
I'll take that.
Nothing.
Yeah, that should have just been a prologue, but I didn't think about that till later on. So yeah, the first chapter is pretty short. I am working on the second chapter right now. But like I said in the chat, if you have any ideas you want to give to me, just send them to me through the messenger, and I'll see if I can add them on there.
I'm just gonna say this much. I just pray that this doesn't become Deliverance, the fan fiction.
Oh God! Of course you would think that.
Yeah.
Why do you go there?
I'm just saying.
Why do you go there?
Off a little too rapey in that thing.
Speaking of late,
I'm tasering. Hey, but I'm gonna need someone to help me pick him up. Yeah,
I'm there. I'm the one helping you. Right. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention our buddy Seth, the one who's going back to watch the old episodes, is in there too.
There we go.
So there's 5 of us. So yes,
we do get help.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
Listen, also Eric Ward, you need to have him go back to Chipotle.
And Eric is too busy. I was gonna put in there maybe initial that they ask about Eric, and he's too busy in Chipotle or something. Or he's got a bad signal.
He's constantly in the line at Chipotle. Hey, by the time he gets his food, he's hungry and he gets back online.
Mm-hmm.
This is Eric in a nutshell. On your story, Chipotle waiting online for Chipotle, Spanish women Chipotle.
No, okay, there we go. You forgot what's her name?
Perfect.
Oh, Leon Macaboobs.
Yeah.
Like every other
Leon
line.
Who?
Leon McAdoo. Oh, those are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
They're
huge. I gotta make sure I heard the last name correctly.
Huge.
They're huge.
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 Orange Man says they're huge.
They're very huge.
Okay, anyway, back to the thing though. Okay, so I'm working. I'm thinking about. I'll probably give it like 10 chapters at the most. I don't know. It's not going to be a long one, but hey, maybe if we're lucky later on, the main show guys will read it as an episode, like a pre-recorded episode.
TapAndDie. I just thought of the greatest twist ending. I'll private message you later.
Okay, man.
Maybe we'll read it as a pre-recorded episode.
Maybe.
We'll see.
And okay, I'm all on board for this story, but I want to die in it.
Done. Oh, actually, I'm glad. It's funny you mentioned that.
No, Dan Kane's the one who has to die over and over.
Yeah,
I am literally seeking to kill myself in any form of media I've been represented.
You're not gonna kill yourself. Someone's gonna kill you.
Well, it doesn't matter. I just need to die.
Either way. Okay, so yeah, you'll die. Don't worry, you'll get what you want. But how?
Kendall will kill you trying to escape.
But anyway, no, I was gonna say that as far
back
as Brian,
in the basement,
you keep saying about him being all rapey. You remember Kane from RoboCop 2, right?
Of course,
yeah,
he was awesome.
Him. I was kind of like imagining Brian as him, like kind of like how he is. I don't know why. Like when I was thinking, like he would be that kind of calm, cool, collective kind of evil. But we'll see. Because basically the way it breaks down is Brian's the leader, Frank is the second in command, and then you got LMP, I guess would be third. He'd be like a private first class. Me, I'm the lowest one, and Seth. Me and Seth are the lowest ranking members because we're nobodies.
Hey, in the chat, David Applegate says Battle Royale ending. Jeff gets a chainsaw.
Well, let's see. Well, we'll see. Let me just.
That gives me an idea now.
Jeff with two knives and a chainsaw is a chain. Jeff with 2 knives is a chainsaw. Oh, okay.
Okay. See, now this gives me an idea, David. Now that we got the idea of Jeff with a chainsaw, all of a sudden now I want to have all the bullshitters go at each other's throats. So let's see, Jeff with a chainsaw, Kendall with a, I don't know why, but I'm thinking samurai sword for some reason.
He gets a hockey stick just because.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
What would Nick have?
A turkey leg, a giant turkey leg.
Two turkey legs tie together like nunchucks.
Okay.
And finally, Dion, purple dildo.
There you go. Monster size.
No, not even. It's like the inverse of monster size. It is like, God, I don't know.
Or like a 4-inch one.
Probably just have them fight with. You gotta understand the purple dildo is a very broken weapon, so
Okay.
you have to give the other guys a chance at winning.
Okay.
So you got to give them like the minuscule purple dildo or something like that.
Well, okay, I can do that. I'll work that in.
And he's the only one trained. Anthony Weiner's Wiener. Yeah, you guys aren't reading the chats. David's quite entertaining. But I did put the description in the description. I did put the link to You're Stealing Hicks.
Roger.
And I also put it in chat, I think. David can confirm if I can see it. I mean, I can see it, but normally when I try to do links on most other live chat streams, it's like, you can't do that.
Okay. Well, David, if you're hearing me, read it. Tell me what you think. I do welcome the valid criticism. Constructive criticism. Yeah. Criticism.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah. Constructive criticism. Input. I've always wondered what the Australians thought of us Americans.
I think we're upside down in purple.
Yeah, we stand on our heads, right? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, I got a question for Dave. I got a question for the people, the good people of Australia. When the hell are we getting another Crocodile Dundee movie?
No, not this again.
We talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Listen, we're due for a 4, okay?
Well, then let's leave it at that because you're just going to go on about it.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to do that.
It'll be your last point, but then you'll say, "Oh, then I'm going to keep going and keep going." But this is my last point.
Okay.
And then keep going and keep going. Here we go.
Hear me out. You know how everything nowadays that's getting rebooted becomes like a total SJW fuckfest type of thing going on? Like everything is safe spaces, feminism, Black Lives Matter, all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What if they make a Crocodile Dundee 4? And instead of all that, it is like the exact opposite of that. So he's like going up to like a bunch of feminists are trying to like accuse him of the patriarchy, and they try to like pull their fists on him. He pulls a knife on them, thinking that they're some type of like horrible she cows.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the most politically incorrect movie possible.
So it's Animal House.
Yes, but with an Australian guy.
Nobody
I don't know if
went
Animal
to
House has an
class.
Australian guy.
Yeah. Well, good luck. You're going to have to do a GoFundMe to get that kind of movie made.
Well, I got to find out if Paul Hogan's alive too.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's still alive. If not, to bring him back to life.
Oh yeah, well, digital Paul Hogan.
or better yet, I could just make a prequel.
There you go.
A prequel where he's played by Aaron Aldenreich or whatever the fuck his name is. Dundee, a solo movie.
Damn.
Oh Jesus, kill me now.
Yeah, I'm just imagining it right now. Oh shit! And trying to do the thing with the buffalo. Yeah. He's just smiling awkwardly the whole time.
Yeah, no. All right, who's in the Hall of Fame this week?
All right, so the Hall of Fame inductee is a young lady by the name of Maggie Geha, I guess, or Geha. Geha. She was for I think one season on. She was Poison Ivy on Gotham before they replaced her with someone else who doesn't even have red hair. She's naturally red hair, as far as I can tell. 5'10" and 30 years old.
So she's crazy then.
Yep. She's 4D and they're real. So
awesome.
Apparently she was Miss Teen Vermont at the age of 16. She was in Ted 2, Gotham, the rewrite. So I guess she's an actress of sorts. But that'll be who'll be on the thumbnail when I can finally put it on. I don't understand. I can change. I can update description. I can do all kinds of stuff and do tags. I can do everything but a stupid thumbnail, unless I put it in as the banner of the channel before I go live. That apparently is what I got to do.
You know what I
And-
gotta do? I gotta eventually hijack this show one day. Like actually hijack it, and
You
I have
kind
an
of already
idea for
do.
what the well, no. I mean, like hijack it completely. Like do something crazy where I even hijack the thumbnail.
Oh, okay.
See, and you know me too well because
You're
you
not
know
gonna
already
do
what
it.
kind of ideas I would have.
We'll
We'll
call it
have
the
to plan it
Mexican
because I can give you
invasion.
the passwords. And I'm looking up something that so on June 12th of this year, it was announced that Crocodile Dundee star Paul Hogan to lead the very excellent Mr. Dundee. Apparently, he's working on trying to get a Crocodile Dundee 4.
Oh my God, I was joking.
We talked about
Now
this a
you've
couple weeks
done
ago.
it.
LMP, weren't you?
My memory is terrible. Okay.
I would say I guess that's a
Clearly.
movie about himself. The film comes as interest in the Crocodile franchise has Crocodile Dundee franchise was reignited by a recent Tourism Australia campaign that played during the Super Bowl. Yep. I actually have, I think, a friend of mine from high school's, well, technically it's his brother. I was sort of friends with him. Lives in Australia, if I remember correctly. Not
You
sure
know
how
what they
that's
should
on.
reboot? Family Matters.
Ugh.
Now
No,
hear me out.
no.
Let's have it.
Leave it to
Okay.
Cooper.
Go ahead. What do you got to say?
I just
Did
said
do
it.
that?
You did?
Well, Urkel is going to be an SJW now. It's going to be. I tell you, it's going to be huge.
Gonna be
Urkel
gay and
versus
everything.
Crocodile Dundee.
It'll be a transgender,
That's
transracial.
probably what it is.
And then
Brian's
out of nowhere, Pee Wee Herman comes in and kicks ass.
Transgender, transphobic. All right, so we done? I
Yeah,
guess we're done.
done.
I did the Hall of Fame inductee, and like I said pre-show, I've taken some recommendations from Frank, and we'll look into possibly seeing. We won't say who it is unless we do it. So, you guys, if you have any suggestions, let me know, and we'll look at it.
All right.
All right. Okay, so this has been episode 55 of the Fan Caste, where we discuss no Boba Fett movie because Kathleen Kennedy. With me tonight has been here but late, LMP.
You know what I could go for right now? A bowl of Kellogg's.
Oh God.
Mm.
Ew. Come on,
And
Lee.
here we go.
You made it creepy.
Yeah, he did. Also up there toward the northeast has been Reality's Frank.
I want an official Red Ryder Carbine Action 200-shot range model air rifle with a compass in the stock and distinguished tells time.
You'll shoot your eye out,
You
kid.
shoot your eye out, kid.
Aww.
And also from Central Time Zone down in Tejas, TapAndDie.
I'm living in the past, y'all.
Actually, David's way in the future. He's living in tomorrow.
Shit.
All right.
Oh my God, he's access to the Wayback Machine.
All right. So thank you,
Greetings
everybody.
from Tomorrowland.
Wait a second. No, the Wayback goes back in time.
Got to get back in time. Got to get back in time.
Back to the future.
Gotta get back.
So before we go,
back to
David,
the
have
past.
you ever heard the song "All I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas"?
No.
Do you want to hear
No.
it?
No.
I got to get back to the past.
I'm not in the
God,
future.
shut up.
Samurai Jack.
Whatever matters
You
is
have to do it in a
closet.
shitty Japanese accent.
Long ago, in a distant land.
That's
Oh
not
God,
bad.
I can't force you. No. But you know who I do love, and TapAndDie knows this. I'm gonna butcher his voice right now so badly, baby. Scaramouche.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Scaramouche, baby.
That's
Wow. That guy looked like a talking penis.
Is that Billy Crystal trying to be Sammy Davis Jr.?
I guess so.
No, yeah, I'll link it to you. I will link it in the messenger. You just watch.
All right.
You'll find some humor in it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stop the broadcast, and we don't really have a show after the show, but this was the show about the show, and now it's its own show. See you next week.